Okay.
Get the rich, bold flavor only found in the original.
Gang. Johnny Gang Gang. What's going on, baby? Nelson. What up, gang? Hey, everybody. What's up, Wanda? What's up, Zach? What's up, Neo? Gang, gang. When you see me, greet me as gang. 33 people, gang. I got 33 people in my gang. Gang, gang, gang. Hey, bro. What's up, Paul? Man. What's up, Cindy? Shout out, Cindy. Anthony, what it do? The Reaper. Bethany, good evening. Good evening. What up? Craig Brooks Photography, shouting that out. What up, boy? It's your boy, Elroy. You know who it is. Hello, gang. Josie. Hey, what's up, Paul? Greta. Good to see you, Greta. Rocket Girl. Good to see you. John. Patricia Dixon. Paul. No. What up, B? Chris. Laura. Marco. Mother of 12. Shouting out the gang. Gang all day, Joe Williams. Gang. Happy Thursday to all. Happy Thursday, man. Happy Thursday. Not gonna be so formal, baby. Look, we could just do an old-fashioned rant, right? We could just talk about a few things. What's up? There's some compelling news out there. Compelling news out there.
Compelling?
Compelling.
What's the word on the street?
Compelling. The word on the street is Popeye's chicken sandwiches are A, not that good. They're not that bad.
Now you changing your story.
No, I said they're not that good. They're not that bad. And B, Chick-fil-A sucks. And stand by it till death die. And number thing is go see Joker if you're into dark movies. Joker rocks. What's up, Josie? Jose, Mother at 12, Reaper, Cindy.
Hey, Mother
75 people. You know when we hit 100, we hit the music.
Oh, my stomach just shifted.
Thursday rant, baby. That's right. We just gonna be down and dirty with it. No true format. We're gonna talk about wealth. We're gonna talk about happiness. We're gonna talk about
dog.
We're going to talk about a couple articles I saw. Popeyes has the best. I would say Popeyes is definitely better than Chick-fil-A.
That sandwich was gross. I didn't even finish it.
83 people, man. That's cool. Thanks y'all taking time out. We won't do this forever today. We're going to do a couple things. Gang, Mike P, what's up? PP Chew. Mike Cole, what's up? West Virginia in the house. Shout out my Patreon gang. Shout out to my Chef gang. Shouting you out, boy. What's up, Chef?
What up, Chef gang?
Man, I feel like there is just so much going on that somebody right now could be a little bit lost. Are you a little warm?
Yeah, I go back and forth. You know what?
Want me to turn that on cool?
You don't have to unless you're hot.
I'm out.
Okay, go ahead.
These lights, man. I'm going to turn this on. So we can do this informal stuff.
Hi, Cindy. I think I said, hey, Mother 12. Hey, Reaper. Hey, everybody. It's raining out here. Hey, Bethany. We just came in from outside. Oh.
Good evening. So we're one person short. Can I get one more person in the live?
Hey, no.
Jack Cruz. That's a cool Dinar name too. Jack Cruz.
Hi, Josie. Thank you.
Snow in there? Dang. I miss the snow.
Oh my God. Joaquin Phoenix did such a good job in Joker.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Joker.
I didn't see a trailer or anything, but he got so skinny, so little for that role.
Hey, Dwayne. Good to see you, bro. Okay, we over 101. Let's play this music. I'm now about to play the sweetest melodious sound that's ever blessed your eardrums. And here we go.
I am April Baby. And I am the homeless.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say but this is not. My dad put this together for me. What's in the news today? What's in the news today? I looked over a few things. I'm gonna do a little bit more, but this is a rant. This is not necessarily about Iraq. This
I've
is
never
about
been here for a rant.
You've never seen me do a rant?
I've seen you,
I just kind of like getting this vibe, the
but I've
space,
never
and I
been
just
present for a rant.
okay.
Big rant I am at work.
So the first rule of a rant is there's no format to a rant. You just talk about whatever. So we can talk about Joker the whole time. We don't know. We may not even get to any news. But I will say I want to read these two little pieces real fast. I think they're compelling. Boom, boom, Let's cut that.
You cut the music.
I cut it short a little bit.
Oh.
I like it. I just want to hit it on beat like one time. Boom, bow, bow, bow.
We'll say y'all got them all excited.
I got them all excited in there. Bombs dropping. Let's go back, man. Okay, so I promised you a couple little titty bits here of things that I thought were highly interesting. Okay. Now, one thing that we saw earlier today that I thought was super duper 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 cool was
Ooh.
what?
Bethany asked me, did I see the Vietnam news? I glanced at it, Bethany, but I didn't really get to read it.
Well, tell me what's the Vietnam news. Don't hint at it. Tell me what it is.
That's what I want to know. She just put it out in the.
Oh, here it is. Here's something I thought was super interesting. The cabinet granted the National Investment Committee the power to sign the United Nations Convention on International Settlements Agreements and resulting from mediation. What the heck is that? Why would they sign the United Nations Foreign Investment Commission the power to sign the United Nations? That is so super intriguing. Okay. They arrested a few people. Like I said, I'm not looking for these little shrimp bits. I'm like Young Thug said, I'm not looking for little shrimp bits. I'm looking for these big whales, man. They arrested a bunch of people. Whoever these Basra people are, man, they are always corrupt. They're always catching flack. But what I saw that really made me even say, I even kind of want to do this rant now, was this little piece of news right here.
I'm all ears. Okay. Popcorn gone.
Parliament Committee for Amending the Constitution defines the most important proposals for amendments to be discussed. So this parliamentary committee charged with amending the Constitution on Thursday identified the most important proposals to be discussed in a number of steps. The committee sent a letter to the Ministry of Higher Education to provide the committee with professors from Iraqi universities who are experts in constitutional law. A member of the Constitutional Amendment Committee to be with us on the Constitutional Amendment Committee. Civil city organizations, unions, and competence in the law such as Bar Association have been addressed to provide the committee with its proposals to amend the Constitution so as to achieve popular participations in this project, he added. The committee also was directed to open a website in order to receive all suggestions from citizens or those who have sold on the issues of constitutional law to communicate their proposals, and also invited the United Nations to provide it with international experts in international constitutions. Now, it's very interesting that they're inviting now the United Nations to help them with the investment side of the country, and now they're asking them to help them shape and form constitutional law. That is a huge sign, people. Now, that is not kicking the can down the road. That's actually trying to get something accomplished, and they're trying to do it quite quickly. Mm-hmm. He pointed out that the committee recalled achieving of the old Committee of Constitutional Amendments, which was formed in the first parliamentary session, which made strides in the ways of constitutional amendments, and all records of meetings held at that time were summoned and distributed to the new members of the committee, as well as the Archive of the Constitutional Writing Committee, which was formed in 2005. So basically what they're saying is the old committee, the way they did it, they summoned all the old records, all the old writing, all the old notes, all the things that they thought were going to be a hindrance or a help, and they put it back into motion, right? So all those things are back together. That's important, right? He added the most important proposal to amend the Constitution, which was nominated by the Commission and will be discussed as determined in system parliamentary presidential in Article 76 on the largest block, as well as governors and provincial councils, and the elections is the governor elected directly from the people or the provincial council determine the fate councils. The government numbers in the cases agreed to keep them. So basically what that's saying to you guys, you're going, this is a bunch of jargon, Mr. B. You're not making any sense. You're lost. What it is the commission's going to amend Article 76. So I'll go to their, if someone could please go to their, could you look up Iraqi Constitution Article 76 on Google? Pull that up real fast. I'll allow, he said, oh my watch buzzed, will be discussed. The number of members of the House of Representatives will remain for every 100,000 citizens, deputies, or determine the number of each province, as well as the election law is guaranteed by the Constitution or not. And the law, oil and gas, as it belongs to the people and it will be not separated, it more or not. The Constitution needs to be amended, and today the committee is determined to complete its work before the 4th-month deadline. It is expected to complete its work within 2 months. Boom! What did I tell you guys yesterday about that time frame about stuff getting delivered? 2 months. You can hit every freaking bomb in the world right now. That's a blessing. That's a huge blessing. I told you guys they didn't have the luxury of waiting all that time. There is no time. No. Article 76.
Right there,
Constitutional law. Person. Constitution. Hang on here. I'm getting it, y'all. Give me a second here. Intro. I told you guys this is a rant, so you gotta be cool about this. There's 1, 2, 76. The President of the Republic shall charge the nominee of the largest Council of Representative blocks with the formation of the Council of Ministers within 15 days, the date of the election of the President of the Republic. The Prime Minister shall undertake the naming of the members of his Council of Ministers within a period not to exceed 30 days from the date of his designation. Third, the Prime Minister designate fails to form a Council of Ministers during that period specified. This is all tying right back into where they drug their feet, forming the council, getting Parliament into office, getting all the things that we went through as a pain point. Mm-hmm. They're going to solve it all right now, which is good for the next elections. But having the Constitution amended with an oil and gas law in place within 2 weeks is a huge freaking bomb of all bombs. They told you 4 months. Now they're telling you 2 months. We know that last night from talking to Donna. What did they tell you? The orders are going to get there. They're not going to get long terms. So if they don't start shipping out stuff, and I also happen to know something about other large institutions, that everything will be wrapped up with the institutions by November, mid-November. So kids, if you're looking at time frames the way I look at time frames, we are not looking so bad. And they're including the oil and gas law, which I told you they would do right now. Oh, the sweetest sounds. Now, here's the rant of the day. They have to keep that pressure up. All of a sudden, they cannot stop protesting. Yeah, Chris, they said they'll have the Constitution amended within 2 months. They don't need 4 months to do it. They can probably get it done within 2 months, which I'm already telling you, they already know what they're going to amend it to. So you know what? They'll probably have an amendment within what? A couple of weeks. The citizens won't stand for it. Who told you? Who told you? Oh, thank you. I got that, April. Thank you, babe. Mm-hmm. Now, if I was Iraq, right? I've got a subpar interest rate. I've got A little bit of credit come my way from Siemens. I got infrastructure in place. I got the people. Oh, Flex drop a bomb on it. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I find this stuff and I just crack up because between these people telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about and between these haters in the mix, I just be like, you know what? Don't hate me, hate the news. Reading's fundamental. Don't hate me, hate the news. 2 months, the amendment of the Constitution. 2 months, we know there'll be economic reforms done. Boom, 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 boom. Now, could the HCL be done on Sunday when they pass all the reform packages, you think? Kathunk? What if the HCL is already done, but they implement it on Sunday? That's a thought.
I think very deeply.
I told you guys. Because you know what geopolitics is something like? It's kind of like chess. I hear a lot of people all the time discussing 3D chess, 4D chess. You know what? When you look at the Middle East and you kind of look at the players that are involved and understanding how a chessboard actually works, then you can actually start to understand the moves that you got to make. And that's why I was so hurt to hear Mahdi leaving office last Wednesday. Like, that just destroyed the whole plan. Without that piece on the board, the whole plan falls apart for me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't see it executed. Really, what I saw was the failure of the Iraqi Dinar last Wednesday when I was sitting there. I was like, I have nothing to share. I'm dumbfounded. I'm stupid right now.
Neil said, "Is that a Disney polo shirt?"
Oh yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing something different. Now the jeans are polo, okay? So y'all gotta forgive me. Yeah, but I'm wearing my Disney. I'm on the happiest place on earth train right now. Anthony, yeah, I know the news out of Iraq is a day or so behind, but you know what? I knew this news actually a week ago. I already knew this was coming a week ago. Someone had already told me. But I couldn't tell you that because I didn't see it in print. And if I don't see it in print, I don't talk about it. Because then it's not fair. I'm speculative at best. And speculation does nothing but get one in trouble in this investment. Because any idiot can get on here and speculate. But it's very difficult to prove your point and be systematic about it. And in your theology, prove your point bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. Take the mundane and make it exceptional. And that's what this rant's about.
I see you.
Disney Dinar, that's right. That's what I'm going to make a shirt. Disney Dinar. With Mickey shooting the finger. I love it. It is, man. Skinny jeans? Nah, baby. Can't wear skinny jeans because it won't fit.
Don't even say that. Don't.
That was your linchpin? Will. The linchpin. I don't have a linchpin. All I do is bring the heat, baby.
Oh my God.
All I do is bring the sweetest sounds that you ever heard.
Drop them bees.
The HCL is done. It needs to be implemented. Yes, I know that, Laura. So that's what I said. Not done, implemented on Sunday. If you launch the HCL law, which in turn does what? Launches your private sector, correct? Because you got to take a physical strain at that point off the 2020 budget, which we know because we read it in yesterday's article that it's going to be economically scientific to the Iraqi budget and not worry about a deficit. Don't you guys see how this works? Not only you got to read it, you got to recall it.
Well, so doesn't the HCL need a third reading still?
No, it's done.
It's done data.
It's done data. It's implementation time, baby. They want their paper.
Neo said, "Don't fit because his pocket's full of dong." I can't with y'all. I can't.
Man, I'm telling y'all. Now, here's some dong news that Bethany and them were kind of talking about earlier. Just because this is a rant, I can flip all over the place, right? Because this is kind of like our thing right now. We're just goofing around. We're having some fun tonight. According to the U.S. News World Report, Vietnam has risen 15 places this year to 8th in the list of the world's best countries to invest in. In Asia, it ranks 4th behind Saudi Arabia, India, and Qatar. By the way, all those currencies except for India is pretty damn good. Now, you've got to think Angela Hunter Harris, who's probably the world's foremost news hound on, who's one of my admins, who's a news junkie with Vietnam. Yeah, they are the 15th best investment right now.
And that was the article that Bethany said.
The United States and Socialist Republic of Vietnam signed a cooperation framework to strengthen the infrastructure finance. U.S. Treasury Acting Assistant Mike Silk and Vice Minister of Finance Trans Wan Ha of Socialist Republic of Vietnam signed the cooperation framework to strengthen infrastructure finance of Wednesday, November 6th in Hanoi. This cooperation initiative is designed to achieve the mutual goals of the United States and the Socialist Republic of Vietnam to support infrastructure development through market-oriented private sector investment. Under the cooperative framework, the United States and the Social Republic of Vietnam will address regulatory, market, and legal barriers to private sector investment by focusing on development of financial instruments, projects finance, and local market, capital markets, and analysis of contingent government liability. The important work supports the economic growth and our shared goals to meet infrastructure needs through market-oriented private sector investment and U.S. Treasury Acting Assistant Mike Silk. The engagement supports the broader U.S. government Indo-Pacific strategy by completing ongoing efforts under the Enhancing Development and Growth Through Energy Asia EDGE, and the EDGE is an acronym by the name of Enhancing Development and Growth Through Energy, and the Infrastructure Transaction and Assistant Network ITAN. Huge. So you guys want to see market growth? If the United States recognizes that this is a great investment, which obviously they did because they just told you they signed a memorandum to help them launch more private sector business because they are a communist state. Can you guys not smell what I'm laying down here? Pretty soon my dome, baby, gonna bust. My dome gonna bust.
If you don't knock it off, I can't with you.
And here's the cool thing, y'all. With Iraq setting themselves up to quit screwing around, God bless every single Iraqi person that laid their life down on the line to escalate this, and every American soldier that fought to protect them. God bless all of them for real. Because I didn't shed one drop of blood for this investment. A lot of sleepless nights, but I have not given the ultimate sacrifice, which so many others did, and I commend thee for it. People don't understand that mental toughness and perseverance is not only difficult in the investment world, but imagine being a veteran. Everybody should actually sit there and say, man, thank every veteran that I know. Yeah, I can smell it now. I can smell it. Not just my dong. My dong is stinky. Oh, it is. But I can smell Iraq. 2 months to amend the Constitution, and they're going to address the oil and gas law now. Do you guys not understand what you are seeing? History. Now, if they don't amend that, they're going to have mass confusion, and it's going to continue on the path that it is. Mahandi's not gone. Everybody was throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
What'd you say? Everybody was throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
Yeah. You never heard that saying before?
I've heard it, but I just heard it from older people. So.
Well, I'm old. Shoot, I'm
No,
old school.
no,
I'm an old triple OG.
No, like your mom, dad.
I hang around with older people. Why? I got an old soul. Like, at least 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hang out with old folk, man, because they are wise.
So, baby.
I don't hang around like, youngsters no more, man. I hang around with old school, old cats that know what's going down. That wear Disneyland shirts. And rock it like this. Yeah. When I read that in the car, I just smiled so big. I was like, maybe I should do a rant. And everyone goes, yeah, we should do one. Love's here cleaning and stuff. So we're like, yeah, maybe we should do it. I didn't even tell her what I just read because I knew that if I told her what I just read, she probably would have crashed into a big ass mud puddle and then we would have both died and not ever had a chance to see this big dong go into that little bank account space. I'm going to fill it all up with my dog. We old for a reason. Damn straight. You didn't get old being no fool. Delta of Light, thank you. Extraterrestrial channelings, thank you. You're a veteran. Thank you for your time and thank you for your efforts. Wise IQD, I know that name from somewhere. Wise IQD, how do I know that? Oh, George's group. Yeah, George's group. Yeah, they're having a call tonight.
Oh.
30 minutes.
I was like, what?
Yeah, they usually do about 7 or 8, right?
I know, but why is acting branding? I was like, huh?
You know what? I hear so much IQD stuff. I was like, what? Why IQD? I drew a blank. God bless the ISX and George and the ISX group. That is just amazing. You think it'll match the US dollar? I think it'll exceed. Well, no. Let's put it like this. Let's talk reason for a moment, okay? Be really pragmatic.
Okay.
And I've said this a million times. If the dinar comes out at $1, they never unpegged from the the regular basket of currencies, meaning the dollar, which is in with the Japanese currency, the Brando sterling. They never depeg from that. If it comes out at $3 plus, right, then it's pegged to the Arab basket, which is what we all want, which is what we all need to happen. Because what's going to happen is if it comes out over 3 plus, remember, all the currency that's inside of Iraq is not going to exchange for US dollars. It's going to get exchanged for little plastic credit cards, right? So they're going to go in there with all this cash. They're going to leave out with a debit card. And they're going to be able to pulse out a little bit of money here and there, but they're not going to get US dollars, right? So I'm not worried about dollars in that sense. So losing their Federal Reserve, their reserve system, I'm not worried about. The other, let's say 20 or 10% of that currency that's outside of the nation, that's going to be the burden of your Federal Reserve to pay for that currency once it reinstates. Because that's going to come out of their Federal Reserve, not Iraq's. Think about it. If I cash in $1, if I go and exchange a pound at the bank, they don't call up Great Britain, hey, can y'all exchange this for us and send over a pound, $1? No. They just simply take it. They go into their...
And give us US.
Exactly. So do you think the United States that prints more money than anybody else is going to have any possible problem at all? Or you, again, are not going to exchange it necessarily for cash. You're going to exchange it for what? A little plastic card. There's really not a problem with cash flow in this. People have misconstrued this and screwed this up to make it way more difficult than what it needed to be. You're going to go deposit it. They're not going to give you $5 million cash. And if you are crazy enough to go into a bank and demand $5 million cash, go with 5 armed guards. I'm dead serious. Because you have just made yourself a target. Where in Dallas will you be able to exchange? Ha! Get ready to send me that darn mass arrest in Iraq. No, sorry, mass arrest happened only in Iraq, and that was the Basra guy. That has nothing to do with your Hillary Clinton scandal crap. So don't even try to pull that one on me, bro.
What are you talking about?
I already called. No, this is a side bet I got with one of these Twitter people. Get ready. I bet him $25,000 mass arrest. No, you said mass arrest in America, dude. That don't count. Mass arrest in Iraq is what I've been calling the whole time. Your Clintons, your Obamas, that's got to go down. You ain't getting nothing. Just have my money. Have my money.
Sidebar conversation.
Yeah.
We don't your 300 constituents here, we don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Okay, so this is the deal. For all these conspiracy theorists out there that are all this deep state, there's a guy on Twitter, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to blow him up, and he may not want to be like that, but he hits me up all the time. He's like, hey, Mr. B, he's a deep dude. Like, he's not dumb at all. Like, I'm not saying that. Right. So we're talking, he said, look, mass arrest going to happen. They're all going down. Nah, you're okay. I'll get to you, dude. I'll get to you, dude. So anyway, so we're over here chatting, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you saw our little thing. If you go on our Twitter, you can see it. He goes, I'll bet you that mass arrest happened, and then the dinar will reinstate. And he starts to name the Clintons and all this news article that was, it was something new that came out. And I was like, okay, cool. But nothing happened that day. Nothing happened today. And we have a bet that between now and Thanksgiving, if those mass arrests don't happen, he owes me 25,000 dinar.
Today?
Between the 5th and Thanksgiving.
Right.
And Thanksgiving. Mass arrest. Someone important. They got to die or something weird's got to happen. And if the die happens like an Epstein death, then it's like we each send each other 10,000 dinar. You see what I'm saying? Dinar. Not dollars. Dinar only. Dinar. Okay? We don't have that much money. This is a friendly wager between two people, right?
Okay.
Now, he's telling me today, well, mass arrest happened in Boswell. Well, no joke. They have a committee to do that. I already know that. I've been calling that one. You can't call the stuff I call. You show me the Clintons getting arrested, the Obamas, like you told me on Twitter. Then you can talk smack to me. Until then, just have my money. I already know it's going to reinstate before then, because if the Constitution gets amended and oil and gas is in that, and you already know it is, man, I do this for real. This ain't something I just picked up. This is no joke for me, dude. You can't, nobody will get on here live, and I challenge any guru, call me and let's talk about it. You can't do it live. You don't have the recall, the general working knowledge of it. And that's why when people start talking infrastructure and how they're going to take that money, they're going to deposit that money and put that back into our Federal Reserve System, it's going to do nothing but strengthen that country's reserve balance for their own books. And you're not going to get cash out. You're going to get a bank card. So I'm not worried about when people say, can it be $3 plus? And is there enough money to cover it? Because of fractional banking, that's why I don't want to see a lot, Pempe. That's why the gold standard don't work, Pempe. Because if they lop it and they go to the gold standard, guess what? It marginalizes my investment. I got to start all over again. It's stupid. Quit trying to break a system I'm trying to break into. Yeah, he better have my money. No excuses. None.
Okay, Black Sparrow says, what if the new security feature note being that they already printing them and using them, what if they hold it for the one we can't coexist the old?
Okay, first of all, you got to go back to your history books. They've already told you that the old notes, when they drop the 3 zeros, will coexist with the new notes for 10 years. 10 years.
Right.
So no worries there. Now, here's the other thing. Since they're dropping the 3 zeros, why would they make a whole new currency with new security features with 3 zeros?
Oh, good point. And I still go back. Okay, I know.
Come on, y'all.
I still go back to my big face, little face example.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If I got a little face $100 USD bill,
yep,
I could still walk in the Chase and use that.
And cash that sucker in right now.
Even though big faces are in circulation.
If you had $1,000 USD greenback right now and it's legit, you could take that to a bank and say, give me 10 100s with that. Mm-hmm. And they're going to cash that in. So this excuse, you guys are listening to gurus. Quit listening to gurus that don't understand economics at all.
I think you have to also look at the system and how it is in place here in America. It will be no different. I mean, think about the notes that we've had in past. Think about the notes, how they've changed. If you have an old note, you can still use that old note today. Mm-hmm. And most of the time people keep them. Like my mother, she used to collect notes. Mm-hmm. And those were collector's items, right? Mm-hmm. You keep them in good condition. However, if you have an old note, you can still cash it in.
Y'all, listen. The cornerstone of their new currency can't be based upon a 3-0 note. Can't. You're dropping the 3 zeros. Think, people. Think. Listen, I'm going to give you guys an example of not panicking, okay? Whenever somebody tells you something that's so sensational, it's so outlandish, that it makes you go, take a breath, say, okay, now if I'm that country or I'm a country, would I do it? And if the answer is no, then you probably ought to call bullshit on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I do recall the 10 years. What's our, so 10 years, when does the clock start on the 10 years?
From the date of reinstatement. That date, whatever that date is, you got 10 years to get it cracking.
So the notes we currently hold, we got, whenever it reinstates, we got 10 years.
10 years. And then it's a wrap.
From that time, okay.
It's a wrap. Those notes that you hold will be considered obsolete and they will be decommissioned. Now, it may not mean they'll be worthless, right? But they won't hold the value that they'll have within the first 60 days after the reinstatement.
Black Sparrow said that makes sense. It makes sense.
It does, because it's the only thing that makes sense, because that's the truth. Mm-hmm. The truth is the most beautiful lie. I ain't got to make it up. Steve O! Yeah,
okay,
baby.
and then Bricks Health is asking the question about 1-800 numbers. If there's no 1-800 numbers, then how will people know when to go to the bank?
It's a simple little thing called the CBI website or 4X. Y'all, this ain't brain surgery. Ain't no 800 numbers. When currency changes value on 4X, is there an 800 number to allocate to those 4X traders that things have happened? No. No, there's not. So why would it be for one little obscure country in the world? One. It doesn't happen that way. Finance and business doesn't happen that way. Plus, think about this. If you did have an 800 number, let's just say Mr. Brando's a complete moron, and they did come up with some institution that's only an exchange center that's like a bank off the beaten path, would you take your money there or would you take it to a bank? I'm going to a bank. I ain't giving my money to no off-the-wall, crooked, dirty window place that they just directed that says Disney Dinar on it for every sucker to walk in there and give them your money and you get jacked. Think about it.
So, let me think about this. Why can't you just check the internet? Like, why can't you?
You can every day. I get screenshots of the CBI, of the Iraqi Dinar's value from all kinds of search engines. Now, when it goes, it is live, so to speak. It is a live rate. It is on screens because Huntington Bank sells it. Capital One sells it.
And can't we check the CBI itself?
Yeah, you can call Huntington Bank and say, hey, what's the value of the Iraqi dinar? And they'll tell you. I called them. I got on Patreon. Shout out to Patreon. Shout out my newest Patreon from Brooklyn. Shout out Brooklyn. Join Patreon, y'all, because you know what? If it don't make sense to you now, imagine you having tens of millions of dollars. How confused you will be then.
Darlene is asking, do we know what banks that will take them?
Every bank that has an international exchange center that deals in foreign currency, which is all banks.
Most banks.
I mean, all the big ones, the ones that I would deal with. Listen, I'm not going to deal with... Now, I understand... Okay, well, let me say it like this.
I think it's by location. Let's be...
It could be. You're right.
Because in California, right, my friend went into her local bank, and she's in the county of San Diego. However, and there's a big Asian population there, and for some reason, she could not buy dong. And I'm like, I don't know why in the world you couldn't buy dong there. And it's a major bank. But I'm sure if she went to the downtown location, she could.
Yeah, I'm going to give you another example. The people that try to feed you these 800 numbers are the same ass clowns that try to sell you on these whole group idea, right? So you got these groups, and somebody sent me a group NDA. I'm going to read you part of the message from them, but I'm going to leave out bits and pieces of it because... Now, you're calling me during a rant? This better be freaking exciting. This better be monumental. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Brando?
This is Mr. Brando.
How are you tonight? I'm calling from Ontario, Canada.
Welcome, Canada. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I enjoy watching your YouTube station
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
I've been watching it now for the last, just about a year.
Thank you, sir.
My question to you, Mr. Brando, is the dong, Canadian and in Canadian funds, and the dinar in Canadian funds, we seem to be paying a lot more money than what you guys are. Can you tell me what the current rate is that you're paying?
I haven't bought in a while. Let me give you a rate right now, okay? I'll give you a rate. Buy rate.
I believe you could buy about 5 million dong for $240.
Okay. I'm looking on a site called Excite. Oh, that's a guru site. Hold on.
I buy from an exchange up here in Canada, out of Toronto, actually.
Okay, in Canada right now, you guys are paying 0.00110, right? Parts per million, you're looking at about 906 Canadian per million, I guess, right?
Yes, that's the dinar.
Right, and I'm paying about $11.94, so you're paying less for the dinar than I am if you're buying it at a buy rate.
No, I'm sorry, no, because you got the exchange rate. We're paying about $1,400 Canadian for a million.
Oh, because of the value of your currency, or because of the markup?
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the thing. I'm not versed in international exchange as far as you have an exchange rate, right? And then how much an exchanger or how much a company can sell you currency for in Canada. In America, the laws are different.
We're running about 30 to 35% over compared to what you're paying.
Mm-hmm. You guys are being taxed heavily.
Oh, you're not kidding. We're on 13% tax on everything we buy.
Yeah, but that's how you guys pay for all that free health care and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Now, what about the dong?
Let me give you a dong. Well, you know the exchange rate for the dong.
I told you what I paid.
Yeah.
I didn't hear, BB, I didn't hear her.
So
I'm sorry.
I paid for 5 million dong. I paid $240 USD out of Chase Bank.
240?
Yep, $240.
And that's for how many dong? 5 million?
5 million.
Wow. Okay, then that give me some idea what we're going to pay.
Right.
Well, I appreciate that, and you guys have a great night, and keep up the good work. I really enjoy your show.
No problem.
Thank you.
Appreciate you now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So, getting back to these groups and their 800 numbers. So this group made this promise to my friend, says according to this group, the exchange process has started and Iraq will be at $8, Zim 1-to-1, and other BS. When I asked him why he believes anybody from the group, is when he told me he went off about listening to you. Well, how the hell does he know about me? Because these groups fear someone that's trying to talk you out of handing over your money, and he sends her an NDA. I'm going to post this NDA all over my Facebook page in their confidentiality, and you know what? Middle fingers up to you, group. You are a sleazy bunch of slime balls, and I hope every three-letter agency goes after you, and every denarian and dong holder and zim holder that are part of your group go after your slimy asses. Bunch of jerk-offs. Screw with me. I will deal heaven and hell to your doorstep. You guys are zero. $8 exchange rate. Who believes? This is 2019. This ain't 2006. People don't slang that mess no more. Nobody believes like that. You can't sell that bull anymore, people. They ain't buying it. And this is what I would tell anybody that tried to tell me that anyway. I'd say, look, if you can't prove it, you got no documentation, you can't show me any report, you can't show me anything, then why the hell are you claiming it?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Crew wants to know, Miss BB, can you walk into Chase Bank and buy dong, or do you have to order it? What happens is you go into the bank and you buy the dong. They place the order and it'll be there in 1 to 2 days. So I go in there and say, hey, I want 5 million dong. I pay for it up front. Then I come back a day or two later. They normally call me and say, hey, Miss BB, your dong is ready, and I'll come in and I'll pick it up.
And the name of this slimy ass group is called Tazim Benefactors. Plan for the abundance release for him from Ron Giles, Rongiles, I just said his whole name. Screw him. Loser. Don't listen to me. I'm going to expose you for what you really are. You take advantage of old people that don't have nothing. I'm going to post this everywhere. Expose you for what you really are. You're a sleazy bunch of slimy mother truckers. And you know what? There ain't a hell big enough that you can run from me from. I'm going to dog you every chance I get.
Wait, I'm attaching the Love One Society document.
LWS document explains our programs. I think this is a good place to begin. And they have a bunch of misspelled words in this too. Well, I wouldn't send my money to anybody. I misspell a lot, but at least I'm not sending out formal documentation. A lot of your questions about the program. The appointment. Best way to approach your program, your appointment is that's quantum physics. So your quantum physics to be do not representary bank. You will be their customer. Now, my question is, what QSF system are they running, and can they show me the program? They can't.
They're talking about Zim holding.
They're talking about per Zim getting $500,000 per Zim.
A revocable trust can be replaced.
A revocable trust. This person's a nut. This is a bunch of jibber jabber.
If one has the guts to ask for $500,000 per Zim, the funds will receive. What is this?
Your quarterly interest payments will be paid in the quadrillion.
Is this what they sent our subscriber?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So don't listen to me. I damn sure gonna tell everybody, don't listen to this Ron Giles, crook of the century loser. Don't listen to him unless you want to lose all your money.
Wow.
Nah, I would have an account at Chase to open it up. Yeah, y'all. I just called him out. You heard me, gang. I do it all day. I don't care. Don't listen to me. I damn sure ain't gonna listen to you. Yeah, I'm on that gas for real.
Mr. Brando, did you know that our Iraqi cabinet approved the opening of the consulate in Texas?
Yeah, I do. I thought that was very befitting because of the oil and gas sector with Exxon. And they're going to want to work closely with people like Exxon, Chevron. We're very proficient here in our petrochemical. Do you guys know that Texas is one of the only places, well, it's funny. There's a grid for energy for the West Coast. There's a grid for energy on the East Coast. Do you know that Texas could be totally self-sustaining as far as oil, as far as our own electrical grid, everything? Texas is the only part of the United States that doesn't need anybody else in the nation for anything. Very interesting there. I learned that the other day. Yeah, quantum financial system. Now, I talked to Nathan about that. There are some very smart people that are saying something like that. And not so distant future could happen. But in today's language, guru talk and bullshit don't fly with me. And I'm going to call them out all day long because you know what my life's about. It's about trying to put forth the best information for people to gather. And yeah, I called him out on my show. You could tell him I said it. And you could tell him if he ain't scary, call me. Give my line. Bang my line.
Jack Daniels, you probably do need an account. I would say probably want to open a savings account, checking account. You know, you have fees connected to it. So if you're interested in purchasing dong, but also one of my friends, she purchased her dong through Wells Fargo. So you can also go that route too.
I'm in the process right now working with Susan and working with Michael and Miss BB. They're working on a little project where all of our Patreon, I have their whole geographical layout with every bank that they're going to go to. And when the time comes, I've already established contact with all these banks. I'm going to tell them through a mass just video, say, look, guys, this is what we're going to do. This is the code word. This is what you're going to say. We are done. Done. I have planned this forever. I ain't just thought of this. And my next steps are brutal. Don't worry about the doors. I'm going to own more doors than everybody. The banking system is going to be changed because of the things that we're doing right now when we are able to take our monies, exchange it, and then we're going to be our own bank. I'm going to be a bank. Mama told me I was going to be something when I get big. And that damn sure ain't going to be no stupid group. You put money in, you're going to get shares out. You're going to walk away with ownership. Something a lot of people don't have a lot of pride and ownership. But you know what? If you don't have enough dinar and you're a part of Patreon, you'll work for the foundation. You'll make enough money to invest because I want to pay you handsomely. And you're gonna have an opportunity to do private deals and investments within your own group and subsets, as well as be a part of probably one of the most powerful buying group organizations in the world.
Janelle says $60.25 for 1 million dong Canadian. That's not bad.
Bully. Call Randy Kuntz. Tell Randy Kuntz to call me. Screw Randy Kuntz. I don't know who he is.
Who's Randy Kuntz?
I don't know who he is. Who's Randy? Man, I'm going to a bank. I ain't going to no exchange center. If somebody calls me with an 800 number, hey, Mr. Brando, call this 800 number, I'll probably slap him. Like my Grammy would say, slap him to sleep.
She had to say, started from the bottom, now we're here.
We're here. We right here. Took a year. And you know what? It ain't going to stop. The channel's going to ever evolve. Like right now we're doing Dinar. Next thing I'm going to be heavy and hot on is Dong. I'll probably start introducing Dong. Miss BB wants me to do it like once a week. I'll probably take Thursday rants and do a bunch of Dong on that. And then we'll advance from there and I'll start talking about Venezuela. The channel's always going to be about currency and how to make more money. And Patreon's going to be the vehicle that's going to fuel all the rest of our activities. That's just the way it's going to go.
Mr. Brando, how soon after the 2020 budget is passed with the HCL law included, will we see a rate change?
As soon as we know when they're going to pay the citizens. You know how much they're going to pay the citizens? You can darn sure say there has to be a rate somewhere within that time frame. 311 people. Thank God for all y'all, man. Slaps the taste out their mouth. Yeah. If I run into one of them, I surely will. They talk that hot smack behind the keyboard, but I'm like 6-something and about, a little chunky, you know what I mean? So I put these mitts on you, you're going to have trouble.
What do you think about the Chilean peso?
Somebody told me about Chilean peso today.
Yeah.
They were like, B, man, you got to check out Chile. I'm going to have to really investigate that one.
Somebody had said in the chat, and it might have been Anthony Bryant that said it, that's the next big thing.
And shout out Toronto, and shout out Canada as a whole. America always gets shouts out. Y'all know that. But shout out Australia. We have a huge Australian fan base.
Did you say shout out to Toronto?
Yeah, that's Canada. Shout out Toronto.
Okay, I just...
Home of Drake. Yeah, I'm on one.
I see. What about the Indonesian rupiah?
I'm all about that. Yeah, I'm on that big time. Mr. Fraser's the one that hit me to that. And Miss BB has more Indian rupiah than I do. I haven't bought a lot of it. So I'm all about Indian rupiah. Bobby, man, no, you guys are the best. I'm out here to help defend you. I'm out here to expose these fakes and these snakes because you know why? They hide in the shadows. They won't get on YouTube and talk smack, or they won't call you and talk smack. They'd rather hide in the corner and gibber like little dogs until slap the taste out their freaking.
Angel says, what about the exchange places like the Texas Currency Exchange that they could actually give you cash if you give them some time or a cashier's check.
Here's the problem with that. Think about it from a security measure. So I'm going in with $100,000. I want to go to the Texas Exchange at Memorial City Mall. I got $100,000. I set up everything. They got my money, $100,000 cash. I go in there. Do you feel comfortable walking from the parking lot to the exchange, them counting them bills out in front of everybody, packaging that bills up, and walking from that exchange center to your car without somebody noticing that?
Well, and you saw the video we posted on Patreon. I mean, it's open. It's an open kiosk in the center of the mall. And that Memorial City Mall is very busy. So, I mean, you don't see millionaires walking around with millions.
And you're a millionaire, why would you be in an exchange center? Go to a bank. Understand all the privileges of being a millionaire.
Well, and I think you're asking to be robbed. You know what I mean? It's like saying, oh, look at me. I got $100K in my hand. Regardless.
It'd be like me. I'll tell you like this. As much as I love the Mr. Brando logo, it'd be like me making a big old diamond encrusted Mr. Brando chain, right? And then me walking around New York City with no security and being like, hey, y'all, where's the nearest Popeye's chicken sandwich? I'm going to get took. I'm going to get jacked. That's not my presence. That's not my presence of mind. Listen, y'all, you know what impresses me? I saw this photo one day of all these like super wealthy people. The people that you thought were wealthy were all standing by cars and all posing and all this. But the ultra wealthy, they were wearing like white t-shirts, black t-shirts and jeans, sneakers I've never even seen, but probably cost more money than all those chains cost altogether. I'm not about flash. I'm about saving my cash and taking the principal and dividing that and becoming a multiplier. Taking my little Johnny Appleseed and planting them little seeds because I want my ship to grow, because I want my daughter, my wife, my family, all that to have the rest of their lives to spend through this interest.
Mr. Brando, do we know if they are going to go into talks about financial reforms or actually voting on the passing of the budget?
They've already told you they're going to pass the budget probably this week. The budget's almost done. Dude, we talked about that yesterday too. Like that's like real quick. Like that's no joke.
Angel said, "Well, what I'm saying is the fact that they offer to give you money. Should I trust them?" Well, I think
not with a large sum. Not over 10,000. I wouldn't.
Let me say this: their exchange rate, you're not getting something for nothing, so you're gonna get less money back from them. That's what's gonna happen.
Your exchange rate, it's convenient, so they're gonna tax you.
You're right. It's like going to a check cashing place. If you cash a check at a check cashing place, you don't get the face value of that check. So if that check is $1,000, you might get $900 back.
Right.
So think about that when you're cashing in your currency at those exchange centers. If it's $1,000 you're supposed to get back, you're probably gonna get $900 back because they're gonna change the rate on you. They're gonna make sure it's something in it for them.
And Ed says, since we're waiting on this thing to happen, let me promote a pay-per-view, TNT Tony versus Mr. Brando. All the proceeds will go. Man. I wouldn't, you know what? I would debate anybody about this investment from tip to toe, whomever. I don't care who it is. I feel like I know it well enough that I could really talk about it with anybody. I would gladly do that. Put up $1 million dinar for any guru that wants to get on here and do that. I know they won't because they can't, right? They can't substantiate their argument with anything real or subjugate it by having the proof behind them, and I can. And so I know they're not going to do that. But if TNT wanted to call, I'd gladly talk to Tony. He's OG.
Miss BB, what denomination of dong do you recommend? I recommend the 500K note.
Man,
that's what I get. The 500. I've gotten smaller notes. Sometimes they don't have them available, but I always tell them I want the 500K note. Yeah,
I told somebody the other day. I said, look, if I was going back in my dinar journey and I only basically have 25K notes, I would have never gotten 10Ks and 5Ks ever. Ever. Never. I'm not in this for rainbow. I only want pink bills.
I was in it for rainbow.
Yeah, Miss BB's a collector of things. She says I'm a pack rat. She's a pack rat of currency. She wants to get the blue one and the red one and this pink.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl. And I love her for it. No, I love her. No.
At first it was pretty, so I wanted every color of dinar there was. I didn't know better, so I was like, I want each denomination, okay? So.
And it's all good. There's nothing bad. But what I'm saying to y'all is this. You always want to get the biggest notes because those are the things that are going to be the most attractive to an investment.
Well, you told me not to get the 50K notes.
The reason why, because it was uncertain if it was in circulation or not.
So you told me to stick with the
25K because I knew that was legit. You know? Man. Sharon says, I'm with you, Mr. B. I did the same.
Miss B.
Oh, Miss B. Well, Sharon, you're a girl too. That's one of my marketing.
And nothing wrong with being a woman.
Nah,
okay?
Being a girl is the best thing, I think, for a man and a man for a woman that ever could be. It's okay. You can redeem all of them when the time comes. You surely can, but listen, I'm big faces, no small notes. I want even money in my account. I like 0.000000000 500 million. That's what I want to see. Personal checking. Man, bank.
Right, Angel. Bank is it.
Bank is it. Bank's the play.
That was the best way to go.
Listen.
Because everybody's gonna try to make their money off of it. Because even when we're discussing rates on the dong and whatnot, like if you go to Google and you look up dong to USD conversion, of course there's a vig on that, meaning there's a fee. They're giving you a different conversion rate because they want something out of it. So even me paying the $240 that I did for $5 million, there's a markup there.
Tony says, whoa, blow right over my shout. Thanks, Mr. B. Tony Cash already, baby. Lower notes are good when the art happens. Give them to family. Yeah, man. Listen, this blessing, you should not be stingy. I tell people all the time, I'm a giver. Miss BB will tell you, I'm a giver. If I go to the mall and get me something, I always get Miss BB something, or I always get Moy something. I grew up I'm an only child to a certain degree, but my daddy taught me to share. He made me share as a child, right? So my whole philosophy in getting rich was, we rich. I always say we, I try to. I never want to say me. And the reason for that is because, you know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I have more currency. So if I'm rich and you're my wife and you're like, well, I only have $1 million dinar. And I'm like, well, good luck, Miss B. Hey. Yeah, I'm on yachts and Miss B would shoot me double dead.
I'm just laughing at you.
She would. But
I'm laughing because I had to change my vocabulary. To be honest with you, it was me more so than him. He's always been a giver, but that's why I married him too. So he has good qualities. Let me say that.
Cuss like a sailor.
And that's for y'all. He don't do all that cussing when it's just me and him.
I don't.
He don't.
Grizzly on the mic.
He don't do all that big old teddy bear. But anyway, let's see. Maximum play. Do you think that they are timing the China trade deal so that Vietnamese dong and IQD will go at the same time?
They're not going at the same time. If you look at the China trade deal, the thing that I saw the other day, I think the dong. We were talking about this earlier. Y'all gonna hate me if I say this. Should I say it?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Say it.
You want my dong low ball prediction, y'all? How many likes we got? If I got like 100 likes, there's 300 people. I got 23 likes?
Wait, let me make sure.
You got to be joking, man. 23 likes and y'all, I'm doing this rant.
No, you got more than that. It's just,
okay, 40.
Sometimes it don't update.
Okay.
Because that's that Apple stuff right there.
Miss B already smiling, yeah. The dong ain't going first, Sharon. I'm going to tell y'all when the dong going.
Y'all go ahead and hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
So he can always say his wife was right. But go on.
I'm right. The dong will go, in my opinion, because of China. The China trade deal, like I told you guys in the beginning, because I, again, really watch this geopolitical scene, the China trade deal will go in January. They'll sign that agreement. It's somewhere in January. The end of the first quarter, 2020, the dong will go, or middle of the second quarter, the dong will go. That's it.
Who's going first?
Oh, the dinar. Dinar's going first. Put up a little money. Put up a little dong. You got a little dong. I got a little dong.
We in the same house. Your dong is my dong. But anyway.
But put up a little dinar.
Okay.
No, do this. Put up a coin.
Your coin is my coin. I just ordered new coins. So the new coins will be 2020 now.
Nice.
2019. But anyway, no, I wanted to say that so the dinar with all this going on and all the new news, didn't you say 2 months?
2 months. So that's
what we in now.
This is the 7th day of November. Okay. So December 7th day, January 7th day is 2 months.
So I had initially said the dinar would go January 2020, right?
And I'm really, you know, I don't do dates and I don't do rates. I would just love to see it go before, and not for any Christmas reason or none of that, but just this year because so many people would love for that blessing to happen for them.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they both go in January? Just different timing. But both in January.
Could happen. Could happen.
Because China's wrapping up things.
Yeah, they are. They're getting things done, and they're signing big agreements of what we needed to see. I'll have to get with Angela about getting my Dong gang up about the news so I can do more on Thursdays. But I'll do that. I think I'm going to commit to doing that. I don't want to keep recording all the time. But
It might go Dong, and then a week later, Dinar.
No, it might just go Dinar, and then like months later, Dong.
Why you say months? Why it got to be months?
Months!
Why it got to be months?
Because Mr. Brando.
Because they got to, you know, the whole tariff thing. You know, we got the trade. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. You got stuff you got to handle. You take care of your business, man. Y'all, Vietnam, man.
Y'all got stuff y'all got to do.
We done. They already told you 2 months. We good.
Lift them sanctions.
Dong ain't. Dong,
sanctions on
Dong isn't. I don't even know if they're even Article 7 yet. I have to look at that. I got to really study up for that.
You got to study.
Yeah, I got homework for y'all. I'm going to do a Dong show.
All we need is an RV, not an RI.
I don't think I'll do an hour show unless you guys tell me to on Vietnam. I think I'll do a 30-minute show. But I think I will commit to trying to do something for Dong on Thursdays. Yeah, no dates, no rates. I don't do that, y'all. I don't do that. That's crazy. Dates and rates is for people like, I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not out here trying to guess it. But I will tell you this. You guys are sitting so pretty. I just love, capital gains, Mr. Brando. Man, I ain't worried about capital gains because I'm already incorporated. Keep telling y'all, man, get ahead of the curve. And even if you screw up yourself tax-wise, you got 3 years to fix it. Dong show.
I said Dong show on Fridays. Fridays would be good.
Do what?
On Fridays.
Just cut the Iraq show out Friday and do a Dong show?
Mm-hmm.
Primetime Dong show?
Because
You trying to give the Dong a spotlight.
Dong's on Friday, y'all, right?
Y'all giving Miss BB about that.
Y'all put Dong in the comment section. This is what I'm proposing. Dong on Friday. Why? Because we like the Iraqi news is light on Friday. Think about it.
You guys, okay, you work it out with Miss BB. The girls can work it out.
The girls. Well, you the star of the show. You the political analyst.
Y'all gotta tell me because I have to study on Thursday
Right.
big time for that.
That's your job. You gotta come report.
I have enough stuff that I've done for the other channel that I could do for Dong tomorrow for a show if I had to.
Okay. But I'm just saying it don't have to start tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
But I'm saying in general, think about it. Iraq Monday, Wednesday.
Half and half. Someone said half and half.
Or Monday, Wednesday, Iraq, and then Friday, the Dong. Vietnam.
Man, I gotta hit up Angela, man. She's gotta really educate me like on some news. I'm not educating me on the news, but just
Educate you
on what to look for in the news. So I
Right.
could just really grab it, you know what I'm saying? I might do that. How much Dong do I think you'd be good? I'll let Miss BB answer that. How much Dong you thinking you'd be good?
Get what you can afford, number one. That's my disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
And I always think 50 M's. That's always been my number, 50 M's.
I'll tell you this: if it was me and I'm someone just trying to really get my currency game up, if I had 15 million Dong, I'd feel cool.
15 million?
15 million Dong. I'm just telling you that's my own
That's
personal.
235 times 3 right now.
Right.
Because I think the rate dropped.
Right, so 235 times 3, that's a $700 investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have 15 million, and let's just say it goes for 22 cents, you just picked up $3.3 million.
Okay.
$3 million is a great amount of money.
And even 5. Wait. Let's go back. Okay, let's say you got 5 million, right? At 22 cents?
Yeah,
That's 1 million.
it's not bad money.
That's 1 million. It depends on what you do with it. It's all about, to me, it's what you do with it.
You know our philosophy, our whole investment philosophy has always been, it's not where you start. Remember earlier when we were talking about Fidelity and we were talking about some of our investment platforms and stuff, and Miss BB was rattling off numbers. And I remember when I started with Miss BB doing some stuff, and then today she's like, you got this in this account, we got this in this account, you got this. And I'm like, that's like Da 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 da. And I'm like, we got that much? What? She's like, yeah, we got that much. Like right now, you, that's us right now. I'm like, what? And we could still like eat and buy groceries and She's like, yeah, like it's not where you start, y'all. It's how you invest. It's the person or yourself, your strategies. That's why I always say this to Miss BB. If I was Miss BB, I say she should do this for her show. Miss BB should do a clinic on basic human investing and strategy to not only build savings, build checking, and then build your credit, and then go into investing. If I was Miss BB, I would do that. I think for her channel, that would be so awesome. Because from where she took me from my beginnings, and we're only talking, what, a year?
Mm-hmm. A year and a few months.
A year and a few months. And she's like, you got this. I'm like, what? It's not like I'm not used to having that, but I'm not used to being diversified. And I'm still buying my currency. I'm still having a lot of fun. I'm still doing videos on YouTube. We're still out here having a great time. We're still educating the public. We're still exposing these frauds. We're still shooting the fig. We're still playing theme music. Man, this has been a really cool ride for me, man. I really enjoy y'all.
I think, and let me say this. I think the big thing that people got to do, and I'm old school Susie Orman, pay yourself first.
Yeah.
We always going to have bills. We always going to have debt. We are always going to have stuff. But if you subscribe to paying yourself first, you can't go wrong. As soon as you get your check, have it divvied up in certain buckets. And that's what I've always done. And that's what I did with this one here. And he just don't see it. And so if you have $25 come out every check, and after a while, it just accumulates over time. So,
and if you're not disciplined like Mr. Brando, you're not that guy. You like to buy polo every week like I do. Some weeks you can't buy polo. Some weeks you can't go out to eat or whatever. Some weeks you got to say, I'm going to have a discipline. That's why having that partner, right? That's why I love a couple, like our coupleness. Like I love that because I'm not that guy. Like I'm go get it. Like, I'll go invest in this. I'm going to go buy some of this. Rupiah, I probably have 50 currencies if Miss BB didn't manage my money.
I do stuff too, though.
I know you do, but you don't do nothing to hurt us.
Yeah.
And you will never, and she'll never make a big risk. I'd take 20,000 and go buy dinar. Because I believe in it. Like, and I believe it. I don't care if I had to sit on it 20 years. It wouldn't matter to me. I don't ever have buyer's remorse. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never take anything back.
Yeah. So I think, you know what? I think 5 million Dawn could do it. And and here's my thought process, and this is why I stick with the 50 million number. So because of that 2 cents theory.
R39, I'm investing in Venezuela as soon as they get invaded and their government gets overthrown. I'm investing.
That 2 cents theory. You know where I got that 2 cents theory from.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe in the 2 cents theory, and I'll tell you why. Because when China has to realize a real economic reform, their currency is going to have to be somewhere around 75 to 80 cents if you look at the trend. Now, depending on how much currency they got printed and they're truthful about it, I still say it'll be about 80 cents. The Vietnamese dong will be well above 22 cents. I tell all my Patreon this. Worst case scenario. Never best case. Pie in the sky is not for me. I want worst case, $1. Worst case, 22 cents. Then from there we can talk. Because anything above my worst case is a blessing. And at that point, I have to be a steward. Okay?
None.
Oh, hold on. What's with the 2 cent theory they said?
Oh, the 2 cent theory. So, me and Pimpe, we were hashing out, talking about things a long time ago, and we came up with what would the worst case scenario be for the dong? And for different reasons, we came up with this number of 2 cents, right? So, if we saw a movement of 2 cents, the question would be would you be in a good position to cash in? So, if you're sitting on 5 million dong, right? 2 cents is $100,000. Would you want to cash in?
And y'all support my boy Reaper's cooking channel, man. Reaper, post your cooking channel. I support Reaper. I'm all about YouTubers, man. I believe in that for people. If you're creative and you could get on here and help people, man, I'll collab with you. Reaper's a good friend of mine. Reaper, post your channel on here. I'm not no hater. He's not on here talking about investment strategy. He's on here cooking, doing his thing. And if he was talking investment, I'd still support him. I just don't support people that try to be cool with me and then all of a sudden stab me in the back. You know what I'm saying? Talk smack, get slapped.
So anyway, that's where I came up with the 2 cents theory. So, I always think of worst case scenario. And that's where I came up with I need at least 50 million, because what if worst case scenario it only came in at 2 cents? So that's why I said
That's her like low ball. Mine's 22 cents. It always has been.
Right.
But I base mine up against a whole different philosophy than her and Pempe. Just like Iraq. And I've proven my theory time and time again.
Oh, good for you, Sharon. Sharon says she's 2 paychecks away from being out of debt. Being debt free, oh my God. That's everything.
I'll tell you what. In all of this, guys, I'm going to tell you this. Getting debt free should be your first frame of mind. Your second should be, what amount of personal income do I need a month to not just survive, but thrive? Not survive, thrive. So I'll give you an example. Let's say, I don't know what our monthly budget is. Miss BB does. I'm going to say, let's say it's $5,000. I don't know what our monthly budget is. I'm just guessing, right? Then in my mind, I got to have $15,000 a month. That's my mind. Because between my sneaking and going buy my polo or whatever, and me going to have some fun and taking Miss BB out to dinner or maybe a movie now and again, I need that extra funds for a cushion, right? But if all I need is $5,000, doesn't mean I need $5,000 to do everything. I can save the $10,000. But you got to think like that. Pay yourself first. Get debt free first. And then do you know what the rich call debt? They call it leveraging their market cap against their currency.
But let me say this, there's good debt and bad debt.
Oh, yeah.
So, bad debt is like going out and buying stuff, buying labels, things that do nothing for you. Oftentimes, the rich, the wealthy are leveraging and using debt to obtain more wealth. So it's a little different.
U.S. Congression was already in Iraq last week. I don't know if they're still there, but they've been in and out of Iraq for months. I know that for a fact also. Miss BB, my broker in Iraq, sent me a W-9 last week. Good, Gurkha. That means you made money in Iraq somehow. Good. 10 years crypto mogul debt-free with Bitcoin. That's amazing. That should be applauded by itself. Pay yourself first.
Yeah, pay yourself first.
And never spend the principal. Invest your money into avenues that's always going to pay you back. It's just a big piggy bank. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'll take incremental wealth over a quick gain. Fast dime, slow nickel. Okay? A lot of people I don't want a Bentley no more. Well, I still want a Bentley. No, I really don't. I want a McLaren. But I know that me and Miss BB are tall. So I'm not going to fit in that. So I may rent a McLaren and drive it for a weekend. Doesn't mean I got to buy a $400,000 car. I can rent one. Doesn't mean, listen, I'm not going to, Miss BB talked me into this. I thought this was the most brilliant thing she told me. And I laugh about this. We were watching this video from this famous YouTuber. And she said, Brandon, I don't want to own another house that we live in. In my mind, I'm a house guy. Like, I am a house guy. Like, she'll tell you this. We have a drag out knockouts about houses. And so I was like, no, I got to own my house. And she was like, well, why don't we own where other people live and rent where we live? And
tax write-off.
I never thought of it like that. And then now I'm like, well, damn, even if my corporation owned the house I live in, I'm renting it for myself. Mm-hmm. I still own the property. I own the business. Mm-hmm. That's how you start building wealth. And that's why I think, y'all, having people within a community, a network, makes this investment so important. Because if you don't have those soundboards, if you don't have those voices of reason in your head, even if you don't catch it the first vibe, you can catch it later on, right?
So Lonnie says pre-war rate 17 cents. And think about it, even if it's 17 cents, if you bought a minimum of $5 million,
that's 10%. So you got $500,000 plus the 7. That's another $350. So you've got what? $850? Yeah, about $850.
Yeah, $850.
I'm pretty good at math too.
Yeah. And you got to figure out tax implications. You got to figure out what you want to do with that money, how you going to, manipulate it, honestly.
No, keep on. No, keep going.
But my thing is manipulate. What are you going to do with that money? Are you going to have that money make money for you?
Gino says, do y'all really think January and miss out on the biggest economic boom of Christmas shopping? Christmas shopping is going to be a big economic boom whether the Iraqi Dinar reinstates or not. It has nothing to do with the other. Zero. But I will say this. I think if there was ever going to be a market correction, when the people that hold the dinar, enough of them, buy their toys and their planes and their mansions, that's when you'll see an economic crash. because those people won't be able to sustain themselves because they don't have a real plan and they don't have the money behind them that they think, and they'll go broke. And that's where someone like me will come up and gobble up all their assets with our little companies.
Huh? What?
Meaning that I think if there was ever going to be such a thing as an economic crash, it's going to happen after the Dinarians get their money. Do you know why?
Why?
Because at that point, the folks then will have spent their bought all their toys, their homes, their cars, their boats, their planes, and they won't pay for it, or they won't be able to sustain it. They'll have to sell it or go bankrupt. And then someone like me will come by and say, "Oh, for this G5, you pay $20 million. I'll give you $1 million for it." Okay. And I'll be in the position like I am right now, just accumulating assets and then turning those over to make profits.
I'm posting Reaper's latest video. You guys go out there and subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, give Reaper some love for real, man. If we can build other people's channel that's over 1,000, we can help my boy out.
Okay, it's 7:21, baby.
Oh my God.
We've been online forever.
Yeah, we're online forever, y'all. We're gonna cut this short, y'all.
It
We're gonna
ain't
see y'all.
short. Hour and some change.
Hour and some change, man. Well, look, glad to have you guys. Think about that 2 months. We're going to come back tomorrow, do some more. I got to figure out a thumbnail for this. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for taking time out. And just really enjoy the ride with y'all for this year. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Have a great day. Great evening. And we're going to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Miss BB.
Good night, y'all. See y'all next time.